Hey everyone, thanks for joining me on my channel, East Bay Stamp Chick. I'm Michelle, and I wanted to spend a few minutes today talking about Pink and Main water gems. And they are a sparkling watercolor. I have them right here. They've been out for a month or two, and I've had some time now to kind of play with these, and I wanted to show what you could do with these and all the cool things about them. I really like these, and I typically do really enjoy a powdered watercolor. I have a few different types from other brands, but they're all a little bit different as far as like coloring and how much shimmer is in the product. And these are really pretty, you guys. So I wanted to show you some cards that I made and some color swatching and a little bit of a demo as to what you could actually do with this product, and kind of, you know, the fun part about water gems. Okay, so let me start off first. I'm going to show you the color palette, and let's move the cards. We'll look at the cards here in just a minute. So this is the color palette. This is what I swatched, and this is on a white Canson 140-pound watercolor paper. So this is a cold press paper. I'm going to bring this up. I don't know if you can really see the shimmer too much on the white. I can see it in person, but it might be a little bit tough on camera. But you have 12 really pretty colors. They're really highly pigmented. And then, you know, this is kind of what I did. I thought, well, I'm going to be using them on white. I'm going to swatch them on white. And then I didn't really think about it. And I just decided, you know what? What are these going to look like on black watercolor paper? And let's just see. And so I just started swatching them, and look at this, you guys. This is crazy. I don't know if you can catch all the shine. And so I was just like doodling, you know, doing this on the black paper, and then I didn't really leave a lot of space for names. And I thought, well, I need to go back in and write the names. And so you can see I kind of scribbled names by each color. But look at how beautiful those are. The shimmer is crazy. Super pretty, really well pigmented. I mean, for something to show up on a dark paper this well, really shows you how much pigment and shimmer is in this product. And then the fact that it looks really great on the white as well is amazing. I have had some other products that don't do well on both. They will do really good on one or the other, but not both of them. So this is gorgeous, you guys. And I mean, I'm loving each color. The only thing is, you know, the Milky Way, which is a white, obviously isn't going to really show up on white too much. I can see a slight shimmer where it's at, but you probably can't. But like on the black, you definitely could. So what's great about this is that means they're going to look wonderful on craft paper. You could do this on a navy blue, a dark purple, and really get some beautiful colors. And so that just really extends the life of your product, because you could use it on more than one type or one color of paper. So let me open this up and show you what you get. They do have their names on each jar, and it's really nice and big, which I tell you what, I really love that. Again, there's 12 colors. Let me just open one up to show you. They are a powder, and I don't know if you can actually see the shimmer that's in there. These do not require much. You are not going to use very much of this product to get the effect that you want, which means this is going to last you a really long time. Unless you've got a certain color you use a lot of, you're not going to run out of these anytime soon. Right now, they are only available to purchase in a set. I want to say the set was like $40. I am part of the Pink and Main monthly club. Like, I get the card kit and the stamp set. So I do get a 15% discount on all their products. So I did get these 15% off, which made them less than the $40. So I felt like a really great deal. So you can't get them individually right now, and I don't know if they plan on changing that or not, but this is a wonderful set with 12 really great colors. Okay, so when I bought this, they had a special going because it was brand new. I did buy it when it very first came out, and the first, I don't know how many people, you know, purchased, first 50 or something, got a little kit to go with it. And in your kit that you got, let me show you, was a fan brush, which is an easy way to work with the powder, and I'm going to show you that today. There was a spritzer, so you can fill this with water to spritz. I am going to be super honest with you guys and tell you I did not love this spritzer because it comes out strong, and I felt like it blew the powder around a little too much. And I use this spritzer when I work with these products. And this is just a basic one. I think you can get anywhere, Target, Walmart, whatever. Like $1 or $2, but it has a much more gentle spray to it, and that I like that better myself anyways. And then you also got these little spoons, which are really good for getting the powder out if you want to use it like to watercolor with. So you've got several of these little spoons, and I want to show you how much you have to get out to use as watercolor real quick, because I do have, it also came with this little tray, and I've already made some of them into watercolors here. So you got this little six bowl tray that you could utilize, and let me show you to make those watercolors, because this is how little you have to use. That's what I want you to know, is you're not going to be using a lot of this product. So I literally took my spoon and took that much. So you can kind of see that's it. That is all I used, and maybe even a little less than that in some cases. And then added some water and mixed it up, and that became my watercolor. Okay. Now to mix the water for watercolor painting like this, I did not use the spritzer. I used one of these. I think they're called a pipette. It does not come with the kit. I bought these. You can get them at your local craft store typically. So I get them locally, and you can squish the tip. It draws the water up in, and then drop water into each area, and that keeps from blowing the powder all over, because if you put your powder in here and then you spritz into the little bowl, it'll shoot the powder and you'll end up with powder kind of all over the place, and so you don't really want that. Now what is really cool that I have not played with yet is, because they are powder, you could put a scoop of 2 different colors in here and add your water and make your own shade, 2, 3 colors, whatever you want to do, and make up your own color palette that way. So that's really cool too. So lots you can do with these. So that might have to be another video, is like mixing colors. What can we make with these? So let me show you the cards I made. And I used all Pink and Main stamps and dies for these. I just love this butterfly. It's like one of my favorite stamps. So I did it in both the white and the black. And I just used the water gems to color. These are all embossed. So like all the white ones, I used the Pink and Main embossing powder, which is called Frosting, which is, their powders are fairly new. And then the black, I used something I had in my stash. But they're all embossed, which helps keep the color in areas and keeps it from like just randomly spreading out. So this one, I used the new embossing folder that cuts and embosses the flowers, and then you can glue them together. So this paper, the watercolor paper, I just, put the powder on, spritzed it and dried it, and then cut out with the embossing folder. Another butterfly, because I love butterflies. And this is their new border die, where you can have 2 different colors on that scallop edge, which is really fun. But I don't know if you can see the shimmer in this one is so pretty. And look how intense the colors are. I mean, that's really beautiful. Here's a more pastel version with the white. And then this really beautiful peony. That turned out really pretty too. So those are the cards I made. So let me show you how I do this real quick before we actually do the demo. I do want to show you, I painted this one and then just using the product as paint. So just like this, I painted it. So you can see the difference in one that I did with just sprinkling the powder and using water, and then one where I actually like tried to paint and place the product. Okay, so there's two. You can kind of see the difference. Both are really pretty, but different. So this, on my watercolor paper, I have Heat Emboss. I don't think you can tell because it's in white, but there is the giant butterfly on here. Okay, and I made two of them so we can do two different looks. And I'm going to show you how I like to do it. Okay, so I've got, you just need your squirt bottle with your water and your fan brush. And it is helpful if you have like some paper towel and your heat gun if you want to get it dry really quick. So it's up to you how quickly you want it to dry. There's two ways to do this. I'll show you both. This one I'm doing first is how I typically do it. And that is I just take the powder and sprinkle it right on wherever I kind of think I want it. And then I will, let me just dab that off a little bit. Once I have the powder where I think I want it, then I will put the water. And this is just like, you just never know what you're going to get. It's going to be different every single time. You can't really control it. So if you are a like super controlled crafter, this one might be tough for you. I love the fact that it's a surprise every time. And it can get kind of messy too, which I think is really fun too. So I love that piece of it. And I feel like you could do the same stamp so many times and it will always be different. So the ones I used on this one were Flamingo, Caribbean, and Citrine. And I need to think one more. I'm going to put maybe, let's do the eggplant. And then they will scatter and they will get into the background, so you really aren't going to be able to have like a ton of white space. So I will typically just go ahead and put a color in the background anyways. Put just a little, and I'm just like tapping this with my finger. So I dip a corner and tap it with my finger. And then let's put some sapphire in the background area. And you're going to have it where sometimes it's going to clump up, sometimes it's going to spread out, but it's going to look really pretty. Like I said, it's going to be different every time. So you just have to kind of be okay with that, and it's going to be a little messy. Okay, so then I just start spritzing, and you can kind of see the colors come to life. Now you can start using your dryer to dry this. You could start adding more powder if you feel like, okay, I don't have enough. If there's areas where you feel like, oh, I've just got a big blob, you can start dabbing with like a paper towel. Or you could set it aside and just let it dry. So it's up to you. And because it's water, you can kind of start to move it around to try and get, you know, the color where you want it, or the color to move, to cover more area. Okay. Look at how pretty that is already. And this one, I think we could use a little bit more in the background. And I'm going to try this dark sky, which is like a black kind of color. And let's see what happens. It's got some like silver to it. Some kind of silvery sparkle. So you can see I'm not using very much. These are going to last a really long time. I'm going to add some more water though to activate that powder, the water gem. Oh, look how intense that got. All right, let me grab some paper towels. Like I said, this can get kind of messy. So you definitely want to do it on top of a mat or something you're okay with getting messy. And if you dab, you do pick up some of the colors, so you do possibly lose some of the pigment, or you will move it around. So it could go someplace that maybe you didn't want it. I feel like the butterfly looks really great. I'm just trying to maybe do something more with the background. There we go, that looks pretty. Just need to curve that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry, but you can see all that color. Okay, so pretty. Maybe, let me see, first let me maybe just dab a little bit of this up, because there is a lot on here, a lot of water. Get a little bit better look of how it's going to be. Okay. And my fingers are just getting super messy, but I'm okay with that. But if you aren't, you might want to wear gloves or find, maybe a little bit different way to do it so it's less messy. All right, so let's set this one aside. And let me clean up my area. And we're going to try this, the same stamp set, but we're going to do it a little bit different. And then you can see what way you like the best. Okay, so this one has the exact same heat embossed image. And what we're going to do, instead of putting the powder first, is we're going to put the water first. So I'm going to put a whole bunch of water on here. And then let's start doing some sprinkling and see what happens that way. I don't know if I have enough water, we might have to add more. That was the flamingo. Let's do Caribbean. I love this Caribbean color, my goodness. It is so pretty. So love it if you left me in the comments which way you thought was more fun, to do it water first or the pigment first. And then let's see, the eggplant. This one actually, I might be liking the water first, which is not typically me. Just kind of putting it wherever. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to do the dark sky in the background. I think I need more water, plus because I think some of it's absorbing. These panels also that I'm working on, the watercolor paper I have comes in a 9x12 size, and so I just cut it into quarters, which means these are 4.5x6. So to make a card, I will be cutting them down to get something A2 size. Okay, so this definitely needs more water. So let's just start spritzing. And let's start moving it. Look at those colors. Those are amazing. Look how vibrant they are. All right. So maybe we should dab up a little bit. What do we think? Just trying to see. I don't think I brought my heat gun in here to film with, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should use the heat gun and try and get these dry so you guys can totally see what it looks like. So let's hang on and let me get that heat gun. Okay. Okay, I've got that plugged in. And let's see. Alright, what do we think? This is like super vibrant. I think the colors are so pretty. Check that out. And then let's get the other one. I'll clean this up. We'll get the other one up here. And we'll use some heat on that as well to get that one dry. And then you can see the two. So you can see pretty easy cleanup. I mean, you could definitely use like a wet wipe on here with this pigment, but a little bit of water just like helps pick it right up. Okay. Here is the other one. I'm going to use my heat gun on this too. Okay, let's move these paper towels. Let's look at the two side by side. They're not completely dry, but they're close. A little extra right there. Now, what's cool is if we wanted to, we could go back over, sprinkle in more powder, use some more water, and, you know, add to it. So check that out. What do we think? I don't know if you can totally see all the shine with all my lights trying to get, but it is super pretty. So that is the water gems, and those are a couple of the ways that you can use this product, but they're really cool, really fast and fun way to, you know, make some colors. That will, you know, color in your cards real quick so you can make quick and easy cards. Little bit messy, but but totally worth it. And like I said, you could paint with it, or you can do what we did today and just have some fun. Heat emboss your image and then add your color. Look how cool those all turned out. I mean, these are so beautiful. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this demonstration. Definitely leave me a comment if you had a question, or tell me what you liked the best, what your favorite technique was. And also, if you love crafty inspiration, please subscribe to my channel, like my video. You can also find me on Instagram at East Bay Stamp Chick. And on Instagram, I share, you know, everything I make. Not everything I make gets it into a video, but everything pretty much gets on Instagram, so lots of crafty inspiration and posts there. Okay, so thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.